looks like everything froze. There we go. Okay.
There we are. All right, so we started. Hello, this is Top Tier Gaming Podcast with our favorite hosts of the world, the Obectus
of,
and
of the whole
Zillification
damn
and Nocturnal.
planet.
Damn straight.
Not the solar system though. Uranus has got us beat.
We're moving. We're passing their ratings soon. Fucking Uranus.
You know what? I've decided I'm going to drink on this one. I'm going to get a drink in it.
I wish you'd have told me. I would have got.
Well, you can grab something real quick. We're live, but we can keep the people occupied. It's fine.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for the weekend.
All right.
You guys you can have a sip or two or whatever you guys do. Snort your drinks or whatever.
Snort our drink.
Whatever you younglings
Shove it up the
do.
butt. All right, let's go. Anyway,
Oh,
that's
shit.
a good start to the podcast.
All right, hell yeah, man. So our topics are pretty easy. There's only just a few this time. Microsoft, wow, buying shit.
Microsoft's buying shit.
They're
Wow,
buying shit.
buying
They're at it again.
Yep, just like they bought Minecraft, so yeah, they're buying more
They
shit.
couldn't buy TikTok,
PlayStation
so they
5.
had to go and buy.
Yeah, they should have.
Yeah, right. I thought they got rejected by TikTok, didn't they? I don't know.
I don't know. Walmart pulled it in.
Oh,
PS5 launch games, pre-order reactions, some 2077 stuff, and I got a little thing called Twitter shots.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's get started. So, fucking Microsoft acquires Skyrim, Fallout, and fucking Doom. Basically everything Bethesda and ZeniMax included.
Doom is the first one. I saw a thing today that said Doom Eternal is the first freebie from Bethesda that they're offering for Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the reading that I did, there's still some timed exclusive deals where it's not like it's gone completely off of other consoles, potentially. We don't know that yet for all the IPs.
They say it's on a case-by-case situation.
And that's where, obviously this is an acquisition that's making huge waves in the industry. And it's what made me hate Microsoft way back. Remember, I've even told the story on the stream before with Tales of Vesperia back on the Xbox 360.
Mm-hmm.
It was traditionally a Sony only series. They're like, we'll throw extra money at it and make it exclusive to our console. And I hated that.
Yep.
I don't like that they do that. I get why it's good business sense, but as a developer, I know Bethesda was struggling in a lot of ways. But just let's say it's any developer. I feel like they're losing more money to be locked into one, console, one company over, and like just having the ability to develop for everyone. So I don't know why the studio, unless they were like literally just offered the world in terms of money and what they needed, would ever agree to that.
It's $7.5 billion acquiring ZeniMax Media. The parent company of Bethesda Works, of course. The studios, they have other studios. What other games that they've made? Not just Doom and Wolfenstein, Dishonored, Prey, Quake.
Dishonored's a big one. Dishonored's
the new one that they have coming out, the one where you relive the same day over and over. That one's part of it. I can't think of what it's called. Oh my gosh.
Starfield, maybe?
No.
Groundhog Day.
It's basically Groundhog Day. If you're an assassin and you're trying to kill a certain amount of people in one day. Yeah.
Right.
I can't think of the name of it.
Here's a couple of quotes coming from some, what was it called? The partnership, as far as they're working together. Here's what it says: so why the change? Because all of us allows us to make even better games going forward. As far as Bethesda PR goes, Pete Hines says that Microsoft is a incredible partner and offers access to resources that will make us better publisher and developer. I kind of maybe, possibly. I kind of don't see it.
Well,
though.
they've never,
like you said, Joe. They should have just stuck it to themselves they could have made far more than 7.5 billion over periods of time. They just wanted to cash money there and then.
Yeah, which, I mean, maybe that is the right choice for them long term, but it is hard to say. I mean, they've never released a non-buggy game that I know of. Like every time at launch, everything is buggy. And we've
Mm-hmm.
been waiting almost a decade for Elder Scrolls 6 at this point. So, I mean, if this gets them moving, then that's good. I will say, as much as everything about this annoys the shit out of me, I am never more
Mm-hmm.
than never happier than now that I have built this PC. Because I mean, anything that does truly become "quote unquote" Xbox exclusive shouldn't be console exclusive. It should still have PC
Right.
functionality or PC availability, I should say.
For
And
sure.
honestly,
So.
Microsoft is pretty money hungry. I can't
Mhm.
really foresee them making everything known to man exclusive. They just want the money. They're not going to take all of those series and make all of them exclusive permanently, at
Right.
least. That's my opinion.
Time release,
Yeah,
possibly.
maybe
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
So, in your perspective of being Sony, would you want to have some kind of re- a retort to it, maybe like a purchasing of another company for themselves, or do you see Sony purchasing something?
I don't know that I would want it. I don't know whether or not they're going to, or if they have studios in mind. But I wouldn't want it because then that just continues this mindset of like, let's just fuck each other over and divide console gaming as a whole. Like at
And
that
we
point,
don't want
it's
to end up with two companies owning literally everything known.
everything.
Like it's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Yeah.
So one company then, because that's what Microsoft is
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
So wouldn't you want like Sony to purchase Kojima
Mm,
or
I knew
Konami?
what
I
you meant.
mean,
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, again, no, because it's gonna create this world where like literally you're stuck divided again. You have to fucking stick to one console, whatever you like, whatever one has the shit you want on it. You have to go to that rather than
uh-huh.
a more open gaming environment. I think we were heading towards more of an not an open platform, but like cross-platform gaming was finally starting to become a thing. Developers were pretty
Mm-hmm.
much making shit for everything across the board almost. Like there were very few exclusives anymore. And that was good because then it was literally just like, all right, whatever your preference is, now you're not like forced into something just because you're chasing a series. Like, for example, well, actually, I'll save it because that's part of the next topic anyway. That's just my opinion on that, though.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what about Game Pass? Do you have any interest of
Well,
getting
yeah,
it
like,
once it becomes a fluency on
yep,
PC?
that's what I mean. Like, if there are in fact things like Fable or God forbid, Elder Scrolls was Xbox only, I would definitely get Game Pass and use my PC to play it. And that's the cool thing is I don't actually have to support Microsoft directly by buying an Xbox. I can just download it through Steam and play on my PC. So,
Right.
I mean, paying them for Game Pass, but
I
you know
was
what I'm
like, I
saying?
think you're still
Yeah.
supporting them directly, technically, but I get your point.
Yeah, yeah.
So do you foresee a Netflix type of gaming future?
Like a subscription, like where you pay, like,
Like basic
well,
basically like Game
yeah.
Pass, but for like Sony as well, because that's in the next basically in the next couple of topics that we're gonna have
I'm
about it.
pretty sure Sony said that that was not what Play Pass or whatever it's called it was going to be. That it was not
Mm-hmm.
going to be a paid subscription service. It was just going to be, I mean, at this
Which is
current
why
moment.
it looks like shit, but whatever. That's another discussion.
Another topic,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that that's the way the world is going in general. Pay for subscription streaming services, and
Hmm.
in this case,
Right,
subscription gaming services. But
right,
yeah, I don't know if it's gonna happen yet. But I wouldn't be surprised if in the next 5 years that's the norm. Honestly.
right. So is that something that you're worried about, maybe? Because you're not going to be able to get physicals at that point.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's tough because obviously you know my opinion. That's why you asked me. I like the physicals. I like collecting. I like the boxes and stuff. But I mean, if the world goes that way, the world goes that way. I'm not gonna be that asshole. It's like
Yeah.
back in my day when we went to Blockbuster to rent our shit. Like, I'm not gonna boomer it up, but I mean, I would be like a little sad just because that's the nostalgia for it. It would be nostalgia for it.
I'm sure. I'm sure
I
collectibles
was gonna,
and statues
yeah.
and that's still gonna be a thing.
Merchandise is
I mean,
becoming even more and more prevalent for games as they make their way into the mainstream anyway. You can find merchandise at
right,
Target and buy it on Amazon and etc. So I think I don't think that's necessarily going to go away. It's just going to be, do you go seek it out? It's not going to maybe come in a collector's box anymore. That's the thing.
right.
Yeah, which is kind of the fun part. I like the collector's boxes, stuff like that. Even just just a regular
Yeah.
old steel case or whatever. But that's just me, and that's not what most people like. And even I would be able to adapt. I wouldn't like slit my wrists and never game anymore. Like, that'll be fine.
Damn. Now I kind of feel sad that I've been nothing but buying digital lately. Like 90% of my game collection is digital now
Same.
from the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, damn, maybe I should have gotten them physical.
Yeah, I'm glad I've been doing a lot of those physical boxes in recent years because, like you said, these could be the last ones that we get for who knows. But we'll
Yeah.
see, man. We'll see.
Damn,
It'll be
dude.
pretty interesting how it all plays out in that way.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's move on to the second one, which is PlayStation 5 Launch Games. Oh, excuse me. They do kind of suck.
Yeah. So you guys both know, and I think anybody who's listened or paid attention to us for long enough knows, I'm a huge Sony fanboy. All of my friends in my nerdy group chat were like, I was the only one, like one, maybe two of us out of the 10 that was like 100% gonna get it at launch, pre-ordering it, yada yada yada. And literally, dude, their launch showcase was trash. I love Sony so much, but my God, I'm an unbiased person. They fucked themselves. They
Hmm.
literally fucked themselves. They have nothing worth playing at launch, in my opinion, at all. And a couple of things that would be like, okay, that's cool, are also going to be on the PS4. Like the Spider-Man, I didn't know it was going to have a PS4 release too. And like, what are you doing to yourselves right now? That's one of the
Yeah.
biggest draws for a lot of people. Maybe not for me, but a lot of people are really hyped for that. But then you're going to just release it on PS4 anyway. Like, the only things I'm interested in at launch are Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition and Demon Souls, and I've played
Yeah.
DMC5 already, so I don't have to have that at launch. And Demon Souls, I need to play with friends, in my opinion, like the people I know that would want to play it, like you guys. If I don't,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm definitely picking it up
Oh, for
because
sure.
oh man, that looks
it does
sweet.
look
I
real good.
God, it looks
so much
delicious.
nostalgia. I'm so excited.
Yeah,
That's the one I'm the
And
most excited
I've
for.
played, right? And I've played some of it. I've like borrowed it from GameStop back in the
hmm
day. And I never actually played it all the way through. I was just like, I got frustrated, a couple of kills and deaths and stuff like that. But now I like that's the name of the game. I didn't know that's what it was. I thought it was just really difficult. Um,
That's
yeah.
the one I
and playing,
platinumed, and that was a pain because back then that was
damn, you playing
you
with
had
it.
to farm your butt off for those stupid fucking
The
Really?
gems. Yeah.
rings, yeah, the
Oh
gems for the
God.
rings, the
Yeah.
Titanites and all that stuff.
Yep.
But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, like I am excited for that game. Don't get me wrong, I really want to play it. But again, if it's only two titles that I'm even like remotely excited about, you're not doing something right. I mean, I know launches aren't
Right.
always like, oh my god, the greatest thing ever, but like I don't know, just it was
Well,
Right.
very
think back to
underwhelming.
PS4. What did we have? There was like nothing. Remember? Not like nothing. I think we had like two
Trying to
indie
remember.
Honest,
games.
It's
yeah,
kind of
seems
hard. It's kind of hard to
yeah,
I
it
remember.
think the
is.
first
Let me
game
look
I
it up
played
really
on
quick.
there was Lego Marvel, like superheroes. That was a launch game,
PlayStation 4
and there really
launch
wasn't
games.
any.
Oops.
Oh, Knack, like anybody wanted to play
Knack.
Knack.
Oh my
I
god.
think was like their key one, and yeah, there wasn't much to play. You pretty much had to find some indie stuff to play.
Yeah.
Killzone, Ghosts, Call of Duty Ghosts, Battlefield 4. I don't think that
That
was a
wasn't
launch game,
Yeah, it
was it?
was.
launch,
It
was
was.
it?
It was.
Or was was it a
I
jump
think.
over, kind of like
Yeah, I was
Ghosts?
gonna say. I'm pretty sure it was either jump over or it was within 2 weeks of launch. Something. I remember playing in November, like in that holiday season.
Right.
Resogun,
Yeah.
Resogun.
Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, Knack, Warframe,
But
uh,
Black Flag was
and
on
I
the
think that's about it.
PS3 too, because Kyle played it before.
Yeah, it was a jump
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
over.
the thing.
It was a jump
So
over.
to your
Well,
point, how many jump overs did they have that were quote unquote launch games?
but why don't they have that now either?
A
Would be
lot of
my
them.
question. Like, there's a lot of games coming out in November on PS4 that I would love to see jumping over to PS5, and they haven't announced it. So I'm just like, okay, like the Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memories, for example, is like the same week the PlayStation 5
Mhm.
launches, it comes out. Like, why is that not a PS4, PS5 title? I don't get it.
I see. I found a list here. Flower is one of them.
Flower. That's actually cool.
Again, Killzone, Knack, Resogun, Sound Shapes, and then third-party games that are probably a lot of them are jump overs. Yeah, it looks like a lot of them were jump over games,
See?
especially the sports games.
And I remember being disappointed in the PS4's initial launch as well. So I think Sony's just hasn't really gotten a
I think it's
grasp
a
on
trend.
launching, on what to do
Yeah.
to make it.
Honestly, I think it's all systems. It's been like that. I think PlayStation 2 and the PlayStation 3 had the best launch games.
Yeah,
as far as I
that
remember.
era. Well, and here's the thing. Like, at the
Mhm.
end of the day, I know it's not about the launch as much as just having it and being ready for the new stuff that's coming, and that's fine. But the other half of this that we're not talking about right now is how badly they've bungled the pre-order situation. I'm not going to chase my fucking system down for 2 games. Like, at that
Right.
point, I'll just wait, because by the time it's available, like you guys are saying, as is the trend, more stuff will be out and it'll be more worth my time and effort, but it'll probably be less effort to get one. Like, people are
And the way
killing
they're-
themselves to
Yep.
get one now.
That's the next topic. I wanted to say real quick what the launch games are. I found the list here: Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Astro's Playroom, Demon Souls, of course, Destruction All Stars. I didn't even hear that until now. Devil May Cry, of course, Fortnite. How's that a launch title when it's already been out for
Well, the thing is,
3 years
Valhalla
now?
is releasing on PS4 too, so
Mm-hmm.
they've already
Yeah.
announced that.
Godfall, Marvel's Spider-Man, of course, Observer System Redux. I don't know that one.
I don't know that one.
Sackboy, A Big Adventure. Actually,
I was going to say, I knew you liked Little Big
I like those too.
I'm curious if there's going to be a level construction in that. If there's like some kind of like you can create your own
You know there
level
will
like
be.
back in the day. I hope so.
You know there
I hope it's not just a platform.
Nah, they're
But they do have the PlayStation Collection games,
yeah. I think that
and there's quite a few games in there I haven't
I think
played.
they're leaning really heavily on that, and I'm
Ah.
actually kind of excited for that. Even though I know you said you thought a lot of them were trash, there's several games in there I haven't played either.
The ones I haven't played were ones I've never had any interest in, though. I feel like actually, go ahead and give me the full list again, because when I watched the trailer, I just remember thinking, wow, this is nothing.
Okay.
If you can pull it up, go for it.
I got it right here. It's Battlefield 1,
Okay, dumb.
Batman, Arkham Knight, Bloodborne,
No.
Yay!
Days Gone,
No.
Detroit Become
Absolutely
Human,
not.
Fallout 4,
That's okay.
Yeah, I could play it again.
Final Fantasy 15,
Bad.
God of War,
Infamous.
Infamous Second
Nope.
Son, The Last Guardian,
That's
no,
fun.
they already
That's fun.
released that too, though.
Yeah.
The First Last of Us.
Which why? Like, again, they re-released on the PS4 and then again on the PS5 through that. Like, come on, guys.
It's because it's one of their.
Didn't they release it on the PS3?
Yeah, it was originally a 3 game.
It was the
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
because it's an exclusive. That's why they're doing it.
yeah.
I know.
Monster Hunter World,
Bleh.
Mortal Kombat X, Persona 5.
That-
See,
Uh-huh,
I haven't played that
That's-
one yet.
That
So
one's
I'm actually
amazing,
waiting
but don't play the
uh-huh.
original. You got to play Royal, because literally it changes the whole game for the better. Like, that's one of the ones that actually really makes me mad. Royal came out in Japan last year, and early this year they had no reason not to include that in that lineup. And so they give you a 3-year-old vanilla game that's like half the story of what the real one actually becomes. Like,
Gotcha.
That's dumb.
Ratchet and Clank,
Maybe
Resident Evil 7, Biohazard.
was good, but I don't. Know
I
if
haven't
would
played,
play
which
it.
I'm looking.
It
I'm
was
looking
good,
forward to.
but I
It
mean
was
that's a mid tier for me. That's like the second one so far that I'd be like, okay, yeah, I would actually play that.
Uncharted 4, Thief's End.
which
Yeah.
I just replayed recently, but if I hadn't in a long time, I enjoy replaying games. So I do have a little bit of more stake in this than people who don't like replaying games. So
Well, I love replaying games, but they've got to be the right kind of games. Like Uncharted is a replayable game to me. That one's
yeah,
another one on the list where I'm like, okay, cool.
yeah.
Until Dawn,
Yeah.
which is the
I
last
That
one.
like
was a
that
good
game a lot.
game.
Yeah,
Me too.
I was a fan of that one, and that's one that a lot of people probably miss. So again, that's not a bad inclusion. But what is that? 4 out of, would you rattle off? 12, 13, something like that?
Let me see. 2,
I mean, I
4,
would play
6,
Bloodborne
8,
again.
10,
Bloodborne was fun. And again, I do have a little bit more
18 games.
stake.
18.
Yeah.
Jesus. So we're talking like 20%. 20% is a good, by my opinion, obviously, which is just me.
Your opinion, yes. Mine is a little bit higher. Battlefield 1, I wouldn't mind playing again. Arkham
Really?
Knight, I don't know. I just like Battlefield, dude. I
Battlefield
just
1,
like
though,
Battlefield.
it was poop.
It was. I liked it when I played
Ah,
it, and I was good at it.
all right.
Bloodborne, I'll definitely try to beat it this time. Days Gone, I already have,
I platinum that one. I
and
don't need
and
to play it
only
again.
really,
Yeah.
I need to play it. I need to
I
actually
mean, I
beat
don't
it.
have the DLC
Detroit.
stuff platinumed, but you know, so.
I think Detroit is a very interesting game. I think everyone should play.
Mm.
Fallout 4, I think I beat it, but not all the side missions or anything. Final Fantasy 15, I've never played, so I'll probably play that. God of War, I've never played
Well,
that.
God of
I'll
War is a good
probably
one
play it.
too. I don't know if I would replay it. I don't think
Yeah,
it has that replayability, but it was a very good game.
agreed. That's one
So
to hook people new to Sony. Like, you missed this before,
Agreed.
get on this.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and The Last Guardian, which I wanted to get on first
That's worth
day.
it. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Okay, so Monster Hunter looks fun. I've seen people play it on stream before, and it seems like fun.
If I know you at
Persona
all,
5, you say no. You say no to this Persona 5, but I think I should still play it.
well,
Right?
here's the thing. It's literally Persona 5 Royal, probably one of my favorite games ever. I mean, like genuinely top 3 favorite games of all time. Amazing, amazing 11 out of 10 experience. The original, I felt that way about when I first played it, but it's a 100+ hour game and it's no longer considered complete or canon. Like, you're missing so much out of what the actual story is because of Royal's content. That it's just like it dropped the original from like a 10 to a 7 or an 8. For me, it's still a great game, but like knowing what the real story is now, it's just like, okay, well, why would you put 100 hours into something that's not complete, only to then have to play it 100 hours again on something that is complete? Like, if you ever go and play Royal eventually, you know what I mean?
Okay.
That's kind of the part that's
Right.
tough. Like, I can't in good conscience be like, yeah, spend all that time on it, knowing you're not getting the full story. And then just watching a YouTube for the other 20 or 30 hours of content seems like stupid idea too, you know?
Oh, okay. Resident Evil 7.
Good game.
I haven't played it.
Good game.
So I say at least 70% of this I like.
And to chime in, we need to be kind of fair. We all, the three of us, play a lot of Sony, a lot of PlayStation games, a lot of games in general. So to somebody who's new to
Mhm.
PlayStation or this is their first console, or that could be a big allure. I mean, that's like 18 free games, full-size games,
It is. And I mean, at least 8 or 9 of them are like big titles. But the problem I
Mhm.
see is not a lot of them. Well, maybe, I don't know now. I was going to say a lot of them I feel like were on Xbox or other things, but I guess they weren't.
No, a lot of them are exclusives, and I think that
Eh,
that's supposed to be their drawing point is, hey, if you come over here, you get to try all these exclusive series, some of which have sequels upcoming,
Mhm.
that you didn't get to experience before, and you get to do it for free. Oh, well,
Yep.
essentially for free. You got to pay for your subscription, but
Now, Phil,
Right.
this is jumping back a little bit when you asked if you had hoped Sony would also get a timed exclusive or buy a studio or whatever, and I kind of started to talk. Final Fantasy 16. Obviously, I'm
Yeah.
excited as fuck about that game, and for the moment, there's
Yes,
no
sir.
announcement that it's on anything but PS5. That being
agreed.
said,
Right.
I don't think that's going to stay the case because all the other Final Fantasies in recent history have not been Sony exclusive, and it's for the same reason.
Right.
Square Enix is not a dumb company; they're going to make their money across different platforms.
Mhm.
So I
Right.
don't think it makes sense for Sony or any major game company to buy up studios like that, because most studios, if they've got half a brain in their head, probably won't want that for themselves.
Um, maybe, yeah, I could kind of see that point of view. Maybe if Microsoft is, smart, they would not be exclusive. They'll put it on Sony's
That's what I was
platform. You
indicating.
know what
They
I
like
mean?
money more than anything
Yeah, they'll
else.
sell the rights.
They
Like
will.
that's
They'll
Yeah.
they'll do it. They'll put it. They'll be like, all right, we're gonna put our games onto your system, and you know what? That's cool too. There might be some content. Oh, guess what? You don't get that special dwarven shield that you get on Xbox. You won't get it on Sony.
Right.
That kind of bullshit will piss me off.
But
yeah.
they will do that. They've already done that. I would struggle to find an example off the cuff, but we've seen that happen before. You can only access
Marvel's Avenger. Actually,
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Sony kept Spider-Man. You couldn't play Spider-Man on any other platform
Yep.
except for Sony's.
Yep.
So yeah, that's an example right there. That sucks. I don't agree with it at all.
Yeah, and that's where a lot of this bullshit is going to get worse if we see companies doing that whole like, oh, well, I'm going to one up you by buying this studio, and then we're going to deny our player base X, Y, and Z because of this. And it's like it spirals out of control. It's not good.
I think the
in my opinion.
demand
Right.
for cross-platform is going to hopefully take over in this gen, though. I think that we've already started to see some pretty decent names saying, "Hey, we're going to start supporting cross-platform."
Yeah.
And that's going to
Right.
help to curb some of that right there too, because they're going to go, oh, shit, I can get all these different people because this particular company is going to start covering, like Borderlands is a good example. They're going to start cross-platform. Well, you've just upped your sales everywhere because person who played on PC and could never find friends to play with them, but they know somebody who plays on Xbox and somebody who plays on PS4, they're going to pick it up now and play. So
Yep. Yeah, crossplay is the way to go. That's 100% true. This is a really goofy example, but like I'm going to start playing Among Us for the first time ever on Saturday. My friends and I are putting together a party, a little group party for it. And we
I hope you're the murderer.
I'm murdering everybody, man. I don't even know anything about the game really. I know the general idea, but anyway, I didn't know this, but it's crossplay with mobile on Android. Like you can actually have that functionality with PC, and it's dumb. It's a little example, but we're like, oh shit, that just opens up accessibility to like 3 more people that we wanted to get in here because
Right.
they like my buddy's girlfriend lives with them. And they've only got one PC. He's like, well, now I can have her just log in on her phone. She can play with us. Like that kind of stuff is cool, and
Yeah.
it's a silly example, but when you start doing it like what Zilla said and spreading it out to actual consoles, it really expands player base compatibility, which then expands game sales.
Yep.
Like I said it earlier, I'm not going to rush to get a PS5 for Demon Souls if I don't have other people that have a PS5 and can play it with me. Like if we're not all getting that pre-order right away and we're not all buying that game, then I'm not nearly as incentivized to try to get it myself.
especially if we can't get
Yeah.
the pre-order. I mean, at this point, if I don't,
I'm going in person.
yeah, tomorrow.
Go in person if you can.
Oh, tomorrow? You mean for the tomorrow? Yeah, that's another thing.
No.
Well,
no.
I just want to make that announcement on since we're live. For those who didn't hear, there's a lot of reputable sources saying that both, I think, Walmart and GameStop are going to allegedly have more pre-orders for the PS5 available tomorrow. Time as of now was not specified. We are
Nope.
going to be checking midnight Eastern time, or at least I will be.
Right.
And then I know the Zilla will be checking early in the morning as well. So just if you're listening to this, you catch it before midnight. Keep your eyes open if you're on lists and subscribe to that type of thing. We're allegedly going to start getting some alerts. So best of
Right.
luck.
I'm going on day one of the release on the 12th.
Just hoping to get one.
And just be at the store. Yeah, there's always extra that are not non.
Yeah,
because that would
I remember
be
that from GameStop days. Now I don't know if that's still true right now with the way things are in COVID and production. But yeah, like I know at GameStop they used to always be like, all right, they used the reservations to determine how many they should get total, and there was always like 10 or 20% over the reservation they like kept as just on hand stock. And I think most retailers do that. So there's a
Well,
chance
they
of
have
that for
to,
sure.
but there's people who aren't going to be able to get the pre-order for various reasons. You know, so
Right.
yeah, they need to. Oh, they would have a riot on their hands if they didn't, I think.
Mm.
I mean, they've always had extra in person
Yeah.
for first come served. You know.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, let's move on to the next, which is the pre-order reactions. We're basically already talking about it.
Yeah.
How'd you guys feel when that first happened?
Well,
Bad.
Sony screwed the pooch.
Yeah, they did.
Actually, Walmart screwed the pooch is what happened. Walmart fucked everybody over, but you know.
What I think was kind of beneficial, and I agree with someone else that I watched a video of, that most people, regular people, actually got a chance to pre-order compared to the scalpers.
Mm.
That's for sure. Because it was a mistake. It wasn't timed like they said it was going to be the next day. It didn't happen, of course. It was the same day it was the video was released. I guarantee you there was more people, regular dudes, regular chicks, that got a chance to get their PlayStation pre-ordered, got them, compared to the Nvidia card fiasco. Because what happened with them, they released that in a specific time and a specific day, which is going to happen tomorrow. It's going to happen tomorrow, guys.
Yeah.
These automatic robot computers that they have algorithms to look it up and sign up and purchase a pre-order. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
It happened with Nvidia's GeForce card. It's going to happen with this one.
Yeah.
Well,
So like I'm not expecting. I'll look online. If I get lucky, I get lucky. If I
right.
don't,
I'm not gonna
just
kill myself over it trying to chase it down, but I am definitely gonna refresh a couple times just to see. That's a
Right.
good point. I'll admit the fact that it was truly just a blind release was good, but what they did that was stupid is they did it smack in the middle of the day for the U.S. anyway. Like
Mhm.
that part is the part I struggle with. Like guys, 90% of your buyers are going to be working class, whether they're buying it for their kids or buying it for themselves. You did it at like 3 in the
Right.
afternoon on a Wednesday or whatever it was. I'm like, you
Yeah.
can't, like, what? I didn't even get to read the news from my friends blowing up my phone until 2 hours later. Like, it was already long gone.
Right.
So, that to me was just the where they fucked up. I don't mind that they did a blind launch, but do it at 8 p.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. Pacific. So that way, everyone go, oh
Right.
shit, and they're right at their computers, and boom, they can go.
And then you've got the conversation of scalpers. That's a huge concern. But then you've got other people who may or may not have too much time on their hands, especially in COVID.
Yep.
People I know personally who bought 3 and are now trying to sell them for thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
dick move, you know?
I mean,
Is it
I'm
someone
not
I
even gonna
know?
lie to you. I'm gonna pre-order it if I get one ahead of time, and maybe do that myself.
Wow, make some money. Go ahead.
Like, hey, well, 'cause like I said to you. Sorry, hold up. I was walking away to get a drink. I think my headset cut out.
It did.
Almost. Yeah.
So I am going to, if I get lucky enough to get a pre-order, I'm going to wait and see how many of my other friends successfully get pre-orders and which games they're getting to determine whether or not, like I was just talking about, I'll be able to play stuff with them. And if that number is very low, when I get mine, I will sell it because I won't have any real need for it right then and there. And if I make $200, $300, $400 profit, then guess what? Like, I'll just turn around and buy one as soon as I can get my hands on one again, and I'll have made out. Like, that's the way I'm looking at it.
True.
Right.
But that's different. You're talking about getting one and then waiting, as opposed to people who used other names to get multiple so that they can then raffle them off to their friends to the highest bidder.
Yeah,
On
that's
Facebook.
shitty.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's
Anyway.
real fucked up. It's real fucked.
All right, I'm gonna switch over to another one. This one, Cyberpunk 2077. Unfortunately, I don't agree with this. Will be shorter than originally planned, based on statistics that they want their how did they say it? They wanted numerous gamers to get a better chance of completing the game, so they shorten it for the people who can't.
They use
it.
their algorithms of the amount of people who played The Witcher and got bored 3/4 of the way through or just didn't have enough time and used that to shorten Cyberpunk. Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't hear that. I think that's very stupid.
Yeah, that's.
I agree.
Now we don't know how much they shortened it. I don't know if they've released that information, but yeah, they're saying they basically tightened it up to
I
make it so
mean,
that
Yep.
yeah.
now if you're doing it like we've talked about with Assassin's Creed Odyssey, not Odyssey. Am
Mhm.
I being stupid right now?
Mhm.
Odyssey. Okay. Where it was just fluff and just bloated content for no reason at all, and you're trimming stuff like that.
Right.
Good on you. I think that's better game design. But if you're simply cutting things down to meet a threshold because you think the people you're selling it to won't beat it or won't play it, then that's a sign that you don't have faith in your game as an engaging medium. That I don't like right for that reason
Mhm.
alone. They don't think the content's engaging enough to keep people invested. What the hell
Well,
is the
we'll have
rest of
to
the game going to
see
be?
because I will say when I played Witcher the first time, I got really stressed out about 3/4 of the way through from the fluff, the question marks all over the map and things like that. I just got overwhelmed. Odyssey style, right?
Mhm.
Odyssey's just super overwhelming. I'm like I don't. There's so many freaking side quests. What am I supposed to do here? And none of them directs
Right.
me a little bit more linearly so that I can kind of follow a path with some backtracking here and there, you know? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
Which I think is what, in my opinion, is probably what they're trying to convey is that they're trying to get the adult gamer. You know, that's who their games are geared towards. And we don't all
Right.
have 170 hours to throw into a game.
Yeah, and again, totally on board with that. If you're tightening it up and making the narrative smoother and just making all of the content quality, then that's good. But if that also happens to total 70 hours, then don't just cut 15 of it because you think, oh, 15 hours of quality content is still too much and people just aren't going to do it. Like if it's quality, people will play 200 hours. Even if it takes them a year to get through it, they'll do it. And
Right.
that's the mindset I think they should have there.
Hmm.
And I don't know. That worries me a little bit. But you're right. I mean, there's definitely the potential that it's all for the best, and I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, media could be.
I hope it's just
Yeah,
fluff. Yeah.
media could be skewing it the wrong direction there and just, making everybody panic needlessly. Who knows?
Because
We
that
don't know.
never happens.
Yeah, right.
Mhm. All right. So let's move on to what I call Twitter shots. It's basically I take a screenshot of some interesting tweets that I found that conveniently looked at during the week. Obviously, one of them was the PS5 pre-orders will be available tomorrow. Next one is Resident Evil Village and Monster Hunter Rise will be at the Tokyo Game Shows. I hope we all get a chance to watch it. It's official, expandable storage for the Xbox Series X, and the X is pretty expensive. So is the PlayStation 5. Also has expandable slot. I don't know if you guys knew that. It takes an M.2 MB.
Interesting.
Yep. So you can expand your PS5 memory to another terabyte. I don't remember how much. Let me take a look real quick, just to see how much it is to Newegg. Let's see. M.2. Let's see. Let's see. A terabyte would cost you about $100. Yeah, it would be like $100 for another terabyte. If you want 2 terabytes, you could probably get it for another 250, 230. Let's see one that's 1 terabyte, 179. I guess it depends on the quality you want.
Solid
For
state
some
and all that.
people, for some people that's
Yeah,
important.
definitely.
I mean, the fact that I can delete anything and then just re-download it and have my saves in the cloud,
Hmm.
I've never had trouble with that. But I do know people who that would just they couldn't handle that. They have to have everything they purchased downloaded. It's like a OCD thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen
Right.
that before.
That I'm one of them. I think I'm almost one of them because I've gone digital only and now I have all these games. Like I have a 2 terabyte on my PS4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one.
So
Yeah.
like I want that extra space.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
disagree with the expandability. Although it gave me an interesting thought just now, and I don't know what you two would think
mhm.
about it. obviously it's very commonplace that PCs, you just expand your RAM, you upgrade a video card, whatever, you build on it. And consoles now have at least allowed for expansion to storage. Do you think there will ever be a time where you will be able to expand like the video quality of it, or make it just a better console, like buy Sony specific RAM or something?
At
That'd be a good idea.
at that point, they should just release towers at that
Mhm.
point. But why? Why?
I'm not. I'm not.
Consoles
I'm
is-
not saying
the-
it
the
should.
point
I'm
of
not saying it should. I'm
consoles-
just curious to know if you think it would. That's all.
It's possible, yeah.
I think
think
the
so.
more
I
we
mean,
get
the
into the
point of
digital
consoles
world
is
going to make a difference too. The more we fall into this digital everything, you know.
Mhm.
And to the point from the
I don't
beginning
know.
of this, I mean, if we do go with, if the industry goes with this subscription kind of service, you might end up seeing that because, I mean, these games are going to get huge, you know,
Yeah.
expansion.
Do you remember anything about Stradia?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that shit got kicked into the curb, obviously. And no one's really remembered any much about it, but it's gonna end up like that soon. They thought ahead,
Yeah.
but a little too
Yeah.
ahead,
Yeah.
which they bit their own ass with,
Right.
But it's gonna eventually be just streaming.
Yeah.
Literally, you're not gonna need better graphics. You're not gonna need more memory. Just gonna need a device that receives it. That's it.
Well, yes, but certain devices are still going to need the hardware within them to not emulate it, but to render it. Like you're not going
Yeah,
to be
you're
able
still
to.
gonna need RAM, to
Yeah.
run the programs. And the bigger the world,
That's not what
the more you're gonna
That's
need.
not what Stadia was. That's not what Stadia was. Stadia, you could use a stupid little their Google I forget what it was called. Their Google it basically it was like a Fire Stick, but the Google version. That's
Yeah.
all it was. It was just that's all it was. You plugged it in the back of your TV and they have a controller. You don't need a processor. Maybe a little bit of RAM, but that's it. But that little device did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
But it was still
I mean,
laggy.
we went from needing a DVD player or a Roku box to everything being in your smart TV. So how
Mhm.
long will it be before you can just buy any game on your TV and just have a controller that hooks up to it? So
As long as it's Sony exclusive.
You have to get your Sony TV for that.
Yeah. At least you'll be buying one thing.
Yeah.
All right, let me move on. This one came from Square Enix. Immerse yourself in the world of Final Fantasy VII remake with the orchestra arrangement album
Which sucks
that comes
because
out.
I had tickets. I had tickets to go to the damn Philharmonic Orchestra for that in October, and it got canceled. I was so mad.
Aww. Did you get your money
Yeah,
back?
but it was going to be at Carnegie Hall, man. Like, what kind of experience would that have been?
Aww. That would have been
Yeah,
awesome.
that's I think why they're releasing.
Sorry.
That's all right. I think that's why they're releasing the album at least because they were going to have orchestra performing it, so they just said, well, we'll
Right.
perform it and sell albums instead.
So this I'm saved for last because it is the best fucking news I ever heard. But it is only a rumor. Metal Gear Solid is getting a full remake, and it's a PS5
The
exclusive.
original?
The original. Metal Gear Solid 1, the first one that came out on the
Yep.
PS1. Mm.
Mantis just creamed himself 3 times.
I was like, you okay over there?
There's number 4. PP go hard.
Hold on, where's my
We know it's
rag?
in your dreams every night there.
Yeah, that's big.
So that-
though. It is.
I think that's huge. That's for me. I'm was grinning when I first saw that, but it is only a rumor, and if it is just a rumor, that's it made me feel good just to think about it for a little.
Well, I mean, remakes are the thing right now. They're capturing all of us
Yeah.
who are in our 30s and, in my case, almost 40s, who remember
Nostalgia.
these games. Yeah, and we go, oh my God, how amazing would that game be, on current graphics. So,
Well,
yeah.
the success of Final Fantasy VII remake really spurred that too. I think.
Yep.
'Cause
Well, luckily, it's not like the movie industry fucking up
Oh
remakes.
yeah,
That's for sure.
No, they're doing pretty good.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's it. You guys want to add anything? Oh, Near. Did you want to talk some about some
Yeah, yeah,
Near?
yeah. I mean, this is near and dear to mine and Zilla's heart. And for those of
Ooh.
you who are familiar with the Drakengard series way back from PS2, some of you might have missed Near early in the 2010s. I want to say it was like 2010 or 11, right? Um,
I think so. I think it was 2010.
yeah,
Pretty sure.
I never played it.
It's
very, very
amazing.
beautiful, beautiful game. Not just from the music, but just across the board. It's an amazing experience. And I never played Automata, and I came home today after the announcement because Tokyo Game Show was going on today, and Nier had an entire segment for it that was like a 40-something minute segment. The trailer looks amazing. Zilla, go watch it if you haven't seen it. Well, both of you go watch it,
Mhm.
honestly. Um, but I went and pre-ordered the $159 collector's edition right away, and I went home and bought Nier Automata Game of the Year edition for $20
Nice.
on PSN. Has all
Near
the
Autonoma
DLC.
is Near Autonoma is definitely good, and I think somebody who's played the original Near, at least the Gestalt version, like you, Joe, will recognize a lot of things that'll be near and dear to you. They were to me, but I still think that uh, Replicant slash Gestalt was better.
Yeah.
Oh, in my opinion.
Well, my friend Jordan's only played Automata, and he is super duper hyped for Replicant to be coming out because he's young. He's 17. He's my friend's little brother, but he's like one of those. I've told you about him. He's one of those kids that's just like
Yeah,
on his shit. So he's cool to talk to. But he like was kind of too young to play the original Nier when it came out. But he got me hyped. Like he was more hyped than me. And he's like, dude, go get Automata. You're gonna love it. I can already tell you're gonna love it. And like we're both gonna just go nuts on Replicant together. And like it got me all excited about it.
yep.
So
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Damn. And it's $20
yeah,
on the
yep, 20
PSN.
bucks for the full
I
thing.
think
It's
it.
crazy. It just went down from 40.
I think it's on. Yeah, I think it's on there on $20 on Steam
Mhm.
too.
Just remember that this, a
Mm.
lot of people got confused by this without going into any details. It's one of those games, just like if you remember, Joe, in Gestalt, you had different endings. If you fucked up, you got different things
Yep,
happen, right?
yep.
Same concept. It's one
Oh,
of those things that
alternate
you've got to play
endings.
through it. I think you play through the same scenario twice, and then you get after that scenario. So,
How long is the game?
it's been a while since I played it. I want to say if you do all of the side stuff on your first playthrough, which is what I did, um, I want to say that was like 15 hours. Second playthrough is
Oh,
second playthrough is a breeze because you've already done all the side quests. You don't really need to do them again. And then you actually end up with four. 3 and 4 are all start off after the end of the first two playthroughs, if that makes sense.
Yep. Yeah, that's
So
also
you
very
get
similar to the
mm.
first game too. Like ending
exactly.
C and D were like where things
Yep.
finally continued up.
Yep, and it's the same concept. So that's why I was saying you'll get some nostalgia from that. There's some surprise side stuff that you'll get some nostalgia from, and some hints back to Gestalt and Replicant. But I'm really excited to play Replicant because you and I, Joe, we played um, Gestalt. Sorry, we played Gestalt. So
Well, and we did it side by side, and we got our platinums around the same time. And I just remember both of us really enjoying that the whole time.
I remember fishing a lot.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The stupid desert fishing bullshit at the end was.
Fucking, oh my God. You and I were on the phone going, this is bullshit. If I bring up one more tire, I'm going to lose my mind.
Yeah, that was it. It looks so you're gonna freak out, Joanna, when you watch the trailer. They did a remix of Kaine Salvation, which
Oh,
obviously immediately that song gave me goosebumps. But then the gameplay, it looks so good. You both should go
fuck.
watch it
I'm
right
going to have
now.
to. You got me
You
all
you
excited.
sent the link, right?
Yeah, hold up. My buddy Jordan sent it to me. I just gotta steal it.
Oh, I thought you
Or maybe
sent
I
it
did. Maybe I
already.
did.
I think
Honestly.
you did. And I just didn't get a chance
I
yet.
think you
But
did.
yeah, I'm super excited. As soon as they announced it was going to be the one that we couldn't play the Japan version, I was just like, yes. So
Yeah, here's the
Yeah, send it again. I don't
I'll
see it.
send that. I'll send the gameplay and the trailer. So this is the trailer right here,
Nice.
and the gameplay right after.
There it is. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. I wish that you were live streaming because you could just put it on there as a tail end. But that's, I mean, this is such a niche thing. I don't think that people necessarily want to see it here. But highly recommend it. Give it a look see. It's very cool. I like it.
All right, guys. We
Joe
actually
recommended.
6 minutes away from an hour.
Yeah.
Right on.
Nice.
So that's it for episode 21 of the Top Tier Gaming Podcast. It's Nocturnal Mantis, Leo Pectus, and Zillification. Thank you.
See you guys.